Hello and welcome. You're watching Money 9. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, before I go ahead and introduce IPO Rush to you, I would request all our viewers on YouTube to like and subscribe to our channel and also hit that bell icon so that you can get notified whenever we put out our new videos on markets and on personal finance as well. Also, you can stay connected with us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram for the latest updates that we put out there. And on money9.com, our website, you can get to know the latest news that's buzzing, the headlines from the personal finance and market space, all of that up for you. So do log on to that as well. And with me on this show, I have a very special guest joining in. Mr. Rajesh Agarwal from AUM Capital joins in with me on IPO Rush. Thank you very much, sir, for joining in, and it's a pleasure to have you with us. Well, the IPO buzz has just kick-started. We're seeing that the IPO market is getting back on track. That's after 2 months kind of a lull that we have seen. 4 IPOs will be hitting this week as well. We also will be talking about 4 different IPOs this whole time. Shyam Metalics, Sona Comstar will be launching their IPOs today. In fact, they have already launched it today. KIMS and Dodla Dairy will also open their IPOs on June 16th as well. And together, all of these 4 companies will be raising upwards of almost 9,100 crore rupees collectively through this IPO. So, Mr. Agarwal, I want to understand from you, how are you looking at this IPO space before I go ahead and talk about all of the specifics when it comes to Shyam Metallics. But I want to understand an overview from you first. That IPO market again back into the buzz. How should investors view this space?
Good morning, Sakshi. It's always a pleasure joining with you. And on a start of a week, it's more pleasurable.
Yes.
As far as IPO rush you're talking about is definitely exciting. After a lull of maybe 2-3 months, we have seen this kind of rush, and 4 strong IPOs are coming. I would say in this week, which will accumulate more than 9,000 odd crores. And few of our companies coming out with this IPO in this period are some of the market leaders, and they are doing very well. I think retail investors are going to gain from this, and this is a very good thing because the way the whole world is facing with Corona and all, people don't seem to be in a position for a right frame of mind, how economics are going up, how businesses are going up, and in this period when somebody comes with an IPO, it shows the confidence of the promoters. So I think this is a good thing. And one should, but I would again say that when markets are up, there are a lot of IPOs coming, and one should be very choosy going forward because there may be some of them which do not have any fundamentals as such.
Absolutely, and that's why we have you to guide all our viewers right here as to whether the IPOs that have opened and hit the street today are good for investors' portfolio or not. Let's start up with Shyam Metallics, the first IPO that's hit the street today, and all those details will be coming up for you on your screen as well. What this IPO is all about, the companies from the metals forging space as well. The IPO is opening up today. That's June 14th and will be open until 16th of June as well. And as for the issue size, it's a 909 crore rupees kind of an issue that it will be raising with a fresh issue of shares of 657 crore rupees, offer for sale of 252 odd crore rupees. The price band for this IPO is 303 to 306 rupees per equity share. Also, investors can really bid for a minimum of 45 equity shares. That's the lot size, and then in multiples thereof. Now, the minimum investment that can be made by the retail investors like you and me for this IPO is 13,770 rupees per one lot that will consist of this 45 equity shares. And the maximum investment that one can make as far as retail investors are concerned, 1,92,780 rupees is something that you'll be able to spend on it if you will subscribe to the maximum allowed limit of the lots for you. Now, out of this whole IPO, we see that the 50% portion was fixed for the QIBs, the qualified institutional buyers. 15% was reserved for non-institutional bidders, and 35% is reserved for the retail investors. And the company is looking to use the net proceeds from the fresh issue to repay 470 crore rupees of debt out of the 657 crore rupees that it will be raising, or it hopes to raise through this IPO. Mr. Agrawal, that's as far as what the Shah Metallics company's issue details are concerned. But how are you looking at this company and help us understand with respect to the metal space, which is already in a rush right now, which is already seeing a whole kind of commodity bull cycle in the metal space. What this company looks to achieve during in this entire space of basket of metals that we have currently.
See, Sakshi, you said it right. Metal space as such is buzzing like anything. We have seen Tata Steel quoting at four figures.
Yeah,
Nobody would have imagined 6 months back that Tata Steel or some other steel company would be trading at these kind of valuation. But the
sure.
fact remains that we are in a super cycle of commodity, and this cycle is going to continue for some more time because of various reasons. LME prices, be it the shipping charges, be it the China concern, or be it the infrastructure focus of the government. A lot of things which are contributing to this kind of rally. As far as SAM is concerned, it's a Calcutta-based company, and it's one of the profitable companies in this sector. It has an integrated plant with three plants, one in Odisha and two West Bengal. The best part is they have an integrated portfolio of products like long steel, ferroalloys, pellets, sponge iron, power. Everything is with them. They have 226 megawatt of power and 5.71 MMTPA of manufacturing facilities. And they have huge expansion plans, which are into various stages of completion, or they are going to be done till 2025. Best part about this company, I would say, is from the last 15 years of its existence, it has been continuously giving positive EBITDA, even in the phases of lull when other producers were struggling or reporting profits. They have a very low leverage, considering the fact that they are in the kind of industry. They have their own captive railway siding. They have locational advantage for raw material because the entire raw material thing is within a very close location of their factory, which is within 200 kilometers of range. And the most powerful mode which I find in this company is they have a captive power plant, which where the power cost is 2 rupees 49 paisa per unit. Whereas if you buy it from grid, it's somewhere between 6 to 7 rupees. And one ton of ferroalloys, if you make, you need 4,000 units of power. So you can understand the kind of saving they are making on this power cost. So all in all, I would say it's a very good issue uh, for both the listing as well as long-term investment also. So it caters to both type of investor. One can have listing gain, or even if one holds on for a longer period of time, considering the fact the leadership position, the integrated plants, the a whole lot of products, and the lowest leverage. I would recommend a subscribe to this.
Recommendation from Mr. Agarwal right there. If you see, the company profile is quite strong. There are huge trends in the business strategies are quite robust when you talk about the strong fundamental performance, financial performance as well. Quickly up for you, the financials also of the company. The track record of the company is of delivering operating profitability. The revenue from operations is also increased at a CAGR of 6.5% from FY18 to FY20. The revenue was 3,933 crore rupees in the 9 months ended December 2020, and we've seen how Mr. Agarwal has poised and talked about that. The company is making huge kind of savings on the power costs as well. There is cost efficiency working out there. The company is definitely building up its portfolio with the robust infrastructure that the company has, and this space, because it's buzzing right now, is definitely going to be adding on. Could you just reiterate your recommendations for all the viewers to understand on Shah Metallics for those investors who are looking to subscribe right now, whether for investors who are looking for the listing gains or for those who are looking for a long-term view? What's your view, sir?
See, I would say one should definitely subscribe to this issue for both listing gain as well as long term. And the kind of IPO rush we have seen, and the kind of oversubscription figures, somebody gets us a allotment well. Otherwise, also I would say we can always reconnect and see the kind of listing it has and give a
Sure.
recommendation from outcome also.
Absolutely. So we'll definitely look at listing gains and how that happens for those investors who don't get the allotment. We'll talk about whether it will make sense for you after the stock gets listed on the valuations that it looks like at that point in time. But for now, definitely a subscribe rating, both for long-term investors, for those looking for listing gains, it's definitely a go ahead and subscribe rating from AUM Capital. Sir, now let's talk about the next IPO which is on board today, Sona Comstar. That's the leading automotive technology company that's launched its IPO again today in today's trading session. We have seen that the company is among the top 10 auto component manufacturers. Let's talk about the issue details as well. So when you talk about so this IPO is actually has about 5,550 crore rupees kind of an issue size. There is a fresh issue of 300 crore rupees and an offer for sale of 5250 crore rupees. The price band is 285 to 291, and investors can bid for a minimum of 51 shares and then in multiples thereof. This is Sona Comstar IPO. How are you looking at this space, Mr. Agarwal?
See, there are two things, Sakshi, to this. One, auto as a space has been buzzing. It's only in the last 1 or 2 months where the entire country was under lockdown. We have seen numbers going down. Otherwise,
Yeah.
month on month numbers for auto were good. And for that reason, auto ancillary as a sector is going to do well. Sona being a market leader into some of the components which it makes, it's one of the among the top 10 manufacturers. So can say that it's a very strong company. It's backed by Blackstone. They have reported very good numbers in the past. In EBITDA margin this year was around 28%, ROC was around 35%, and ROE was 36%. That's one of the best in the industry, I would say. Uh, they cater to markets not only in India but US and China, Europe also, and they have 9 plants, 6 in India, one in China, one in Mexico, and the other one is US. The business mode, I would say, is electric vehicle. Once that comes
Yeah.
into work, that would be a big booster for this. Anchor investors have shown huge confidence. They have subscribed to around 2,500 crores of issue before per issue, and the top 10 customer of this company give a revenue of around 80%, out of which top two is 32%.
Okay.
Now, the problem is, which I feel with this company at this point of time, is valuation. It's a
Yes.
very strong company, no doubt on that, but the valuations are lofty. EV by EBITDA at this issue price is around 39, which is higher than the peer group companies, and price to book value is around 13, which is again higher than peer group companies. But yes, I would say this company is very strong. Listing gain is quite possible, but for a longer term, I would say we should see further performance of the company in coming quarters, and then we can revisit our recommendation. But for listing gains, yes, one can subscribe to this.
Okay, for listing gains, one can look to subscribe to this IPO as well. Sona Comstar, the leading auto component manufacturer or auto technology company, which is among the top 10 component manufacturers. It has 9 manufacturing facilities, strong R&D, technological capabilities. It has a highly experienced board of directors management team, and the company aims to achieve a higher significant global share. It also is looking to capture the market opportunity when it comes to growing the EV or the electric vehicle space as well. The one concern that Mr. Agarwal has really pointed out is on the valuations front as well. So, Mr. Agarwal, just reiterate your recommendation on Sona Comstar here. Despite the high valuations, does it make sense for investors to really look at adding this company to their portfolio to subscribe to this IPO?
Yes, of course. As I said, auto is in vogue, hence auto ancillary is in vogue. The company is very good, strong management, strong product profile. Hence, it's very much possible that a good listing gain is there waiting for the investors. So, for listing gain, yes, of course, one can invest. But for long term, I would say the valuations, as I said, is on a higher side. So, we might need to either revisit after the quarterly numbers start sporting.
Okay, thank you very much then, Mr. Agrawal, for sharing your insights on both these IPO spaces. All the viewers, investors, you're now empowered with the knowledge of both fundamentals, financials, valuations for both these companies. There is a recommendation coming in from AUM Capital as well as to what you should be doing with your investments if you're looking to add this metal forgings company, Shyam Metallics, or this auto component maker, Sonacom Star, to your portfolio of stocks as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Agrawal, for sharing your insights. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, as always. All right, and with that, we will wrap up this edition of IPO Rush for you. Two IPOs today have opened up for subscription. We'll keep giving you all the updates on all our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So you catch up on all those details of what kind of subscriptions are going through, whether you should, subscribe to it. We'll keep adding more brokerage houses views also on our website, money9.com. Do read up on that as well. And definitely like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to get notified whenever we add a new video on markets and on personal finance. We'll take your leave here, but a lot more is coming up on the markets and personal finance front. So stay tuned with us on Money.